going back to that analogy of the hockey team, which I love, would you recommend an agent building out a top line? So you got your five players there, or would you say, hey, start with that and then grow to a team of just all like solid players on your team? Or do you think you just need that one top line?
No, I think you need a solid team. Because I'm interchanging all the time. Some of the players are not playing well. They get pulled out, and I put somebody else in. But I want my core, like the people that. And so, how do I find them? It's like I got to go talk to people, and then that's the important thing. Is, well, what am I going to say? Well, I actually say a version of this hockey story when I'm out there meeting with the realtors. Because guess what? Mrs. Realtor's getting, she's had 5 mortgage brokers talk to her in the last 3 months. So I get it. So what's
Mhm.
different about you? So
Right.
now the pitch is not like, I'm a really good mortgage broker. I smile a lot. I'll send you rate sheets and I'll bring donuts once in a while. That's seriously old school. But yes, I mean, the pitch has to be unique. It has to be different. And so what's that going to be? And that's what I focus on. So it's like inspiring them to want to be a part of this team and a part of what I'm doing. And then what is new school that I think also actually works really well, and I've seen a couple other guys I used to coach do this really, really well. Like, even as I'm interviewing these different players, they might not make the team because maybe I don't think it's a good fit. Maybe they don't, like, in order to make the team, they got to be committed. Like, are you going to send me to business, or are you just faking it? Or they don't want to join the team. Like, that's possible too. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen. Right. So, but every single person I meet goes with, hey, would it be okay? Like, maybe it's not quite a fit for us right now, but I'd love to stay in touch. Would it be okay? I have this thing I do, which is my Friday mortgage minute, or my Friday, whatever you want to call it, or your Monday thing. And I just record a quick video of what's the most important things that are kind of happening in the real estate and mortgage space. Can I add you to that list? 100% usually say yes, even just so they can get out of the coffee room. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah.
You get them on that list, and then you just consistency. You're recording that video, you're shooting out your emails, and you get it out to those 40 or 50 agents that you've been meeting with. And I'm telling you, man, most of the real estate businesses, who's the last guy I remember? So I get a deal because I saw your 2 cool videos over the last 2 weeks, and then I got a buyer that said, I'm looking for a mortgage broker. Well, try Greg. Why not? His videos are entertaining. I like him. I'll give him a shot. And then I make sure I kill that deal.
Yeah.
Great. Now they're back. Now they're like, whoa, Greg, that was really good. You did a great job there. Like, I'd like to talk about this more. It's like, okay, great. Well, let's get together and meet again, and let's talk about how we can do more business together. And so those are kind of things the way I think about it.
For sure. We do that Friday video very consistently as listeners of this
It works,
podcast.
right?
It
It works.
works. Oh yeah. It works like a charm. The other piece too is going back to that hockey analogy. When I was doing those calls early on, I would use a similar sports analogy. I'd be like, okay, I get you have your starting goalie, your starting broker who's great, but let's say they're sick, they're on vacation, they're injured, they drop the ball, whatever. Keep me in mind as your backup goalie, and I'll come in and
I
I'll
use
save
the
the
same
game.
speech, the
Yeah.
same one,
So
same
good.
one. The
Yeah.
realtor's
It's all
like, you know
trickled
what?
down.
I have a mortgage broker. I like her. I've been working with her forever. And I probably know her if she's in my local community. I'm like, I never would run down anybody else. I'd be like, great. Let me be the backup goalie.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then once we have them in, we
Same
wow them, and we know because we Tom and I have a partnership that now there's never that scenario where one of us is on vacation, the ball's getting dropped. So we know once they're in our orbit, we're keeping them there. But
Super.
it did give us a lot of ins and chances to get in a game where we might otherwise get blocked by a simple objection that every realtor who's getting bombarded with mortgage broker calls just knows, oh, I already got a guy. Okay. So it's a great one to get in there. Yeah, I would be willing to bet a lot of the stuff we do probably trickled down from Greg back in the day where he came up with this stuff and it's just trickled down through other brokers in the industry. So I'm sure some of it will
Could
overlap
be.
here, but now we're going straight to the source, baby.